Welcome, guys. Good afternoon. Thank you all for coming to our panel, Gaming Done Different. I'm here with Kira Corellia. She'll be co-hosting with me. And I also have the Super Scrubs and J-Rock the God. They're going to be showing you how they play their games a little differently. Today, we're playing Dark Souls 3.
Which is hard enough to play with a normal controller.
Yeah, but now we're going to dare to be different with one of the hardest games on the planet. So they're going for it. They're better than me. Definitely. And before we start, I have to ask you guys, how do you wake up one day and say, I'm going to play with my feet, or I'm going to use a turntable to play a game?
Well, I think that's super interesting because you play games like exclusively with your feet.
Yes.
And you actually play with a lot of different types of controllers. So first, I want to know, I've heard there's a really good story of how you got to play games with your feet.
All right, I was just surfing through Twitch one night, just random going through channels. Found this Silent Hill streamer, and he just saw feet on the camera. I'm like, what's going on here? I was kind of weirded out by the whole situation, and was going through his panels because I wanted more information. I found out the guy was born without arms, and I'm like, oh man, that's crazy that the dude was limited in what he could do, but he still wanted to play games, and he didn't let it stop, and I was inspired by that. So I'm like, hey, I want to try this now.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how did you settle on this controller?
It's been a long journey to how we got to this specific controller, but this was what he was using. He was using an arcade pad.
When you first started off, did you go with your predominant foot? If you're right-handed, did you try right foot? Or if you're left-handed, did you go straight?
It's kind of it started out like left and right because, you know, the joystick is on the left side, so I used the left foot to control the joystick. So after a while, I kind of got ambidextrous with it. When the games got faster and I started playing faster games, I've had to, like, move my feet here and here. So if, like, it's here, and I needed to hit this button here, I would like bring this foot over here to move the joystick with the heel. I had to get when the games get faster, you have to get really creative with it.
Okay. How long did it take you to pick it up?
About 45 seconds.
Oh, stop
No,
it.
I mean as a whole, like
With your feet?
Yeah,
not pick up the control, pick it up with your feet, like playing wise.
45 seconds.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay, he's showing off, guys. We're not buying that. He cried for 45 seconds, and then, you know.
So, Lewis, now how did you've had like a crazy journey. You've played with everything.
Yeah, I don't remember the day, but I remember there was one really boring day in college, and my friend brought in 2 dance pads to play Street Fighter. We're like, this is not going to work. There's no way we can just plug it in and play Street Fighter with our feet. And then 10 seconds later, and just buckets of sweat coming out, we were playing Street Fighter with our feet. And then I was like, yo, forget playing games with my hands. I'm going to start playing games with just like random controllers. Like I started off using dance pads. Then I learned how to hook up bananas to stuff. And then I eventually beat Dark Souls with bananas. And then I realized, oh, man, I think I'm on a path of mistakes for the rest of my life.
Well, that was the first time I saw you. You were playing Destiny 2, and it was like 15 strategic bananas. And when I first saw it, I was like, so he's not doing anything. This is an IRL stream, obviously. He's eating bananas.
Yeah.
And it didn't take very long, but things were happening. And I'm like, this isn't real. I would never think to do it. It's crazy.
I don't recommend this life.
How do you plug them in and get the response, like, for things like that?
I was a computer scientist, and I know how to program and stuff, so I have a circuit board that emulates a keyboard, and I made some scripts to emulate a PS4 controller. So it's a bunch of wires hooked into one USB device. Then I hook it into my PS4 to trick it to think it's a controller, and then I just play like that.
Did you eat the bananas after?
No, I'm actually allergic to bananas.
So playing this way, you're allergic to bananas, and this is dangerous for you.
You can't rage. You can't rage quit.
You can just smash the bananas. Yeah.
That must be super tempting, though.
Yeah,
You're just like, oh man, this rage sucks.
So what are you playing with today?
I am playing with a DJ Hero turntable. It was a really good game that came out not too long ago, but I've never done it before. Like, I've never played a weird game with it before. So of course the logical thing to do is to play Dark Souls first. Then I ended up doing it. And I think I beat the game with around 70 devs. That was actually less than me playing with an actual controller. So I was like, that's kind of weird.
Oh.
So I just brought it here today. I actually got it hooked up to the PS4. I usually do my stuff on PC, but today, like a few days ago, I figured out how to mod it into a PS4. So now I can take any of my weird controllers to any console. So.
Oh, I have a question between the two of you. What makes you say different game, Dark Souls? I can think of so many other games, probably still frustrating. You have your Crash Bandicoots, Overwatches. I know you do that. You say Dark Souls, the game no one wants to play properly. You want to play like this.
Oh, I don't know. How'd you get to it?
Someone dared me to do
Oh,
it.
you
And I was
dared?
like, Dave's like, yeah, you know I start, so you won't. I'm like, okay, watch. And that's how we get here.
Yeah, I saw one dude playing like Dark Souls 1 with all these weird controllers, and I was like, huh, I wonder why no one's attempted this since then. And then I realized, oh, that's why.
Will there be speed runs in the future?
I would love to. I've optimized my runs to almost 2 hours, so
Holy cow.
maybe like I would
Yeah.
love to go on like 80 GQ and then just speed run with a weird controller. So
That would be amazing. So do you usually play the games all the way through with a regular controller first?
lately I have not. Dark Souls is going to be hard to believe. I don't really have any proof, but I have not beaten it with a regular controller yet. My first controller was a DDR pad.
Oh my
and,
gosh.
Like, that was my calves got really muscular. I lost a lot of weight, but
I thought I was
Excellent
crazy.
cardio.
yeah,
How about you? Do you play the game through first before you do it with your feet?
Not anymore, no.
Yeah.
I used to, but like
Yeah.
nowadays I just jump right into it.
So you just jumped right into Dark Souls.
Yeah,
and you played it with your feet.
No, actually, the first time I played Dark Souls was with my hands. It took me
Okay.
like, I want to say like 4 months to finish it with my hands, and it took me about 3 days to finish it with my feet.
Oh my
Same
God.
difficulty?
Yeah, I don't think
wow.
there's any other difficulty. I mean,
Yeah, I
I
think
knew
it's
the
just
game
one.
better, so that was.
You also play Resident Evil, correct?
Yeah, I do speed run the
and you
Resident
do
Evil
knife
series.
runs as well with just.
yeah. That's-
Yeah, I speed run pretty much the entire Resident Evil series with my feet. So.
With your feet.
Yes.
That
I,
is-
I know I keep saying with your feet. It's
I
just
just because I have to reiterate that it's only with feet. Well, I feel like enough talking about it.
Oh, is it your time?
I feel like they want to see toes because we promised toes, so that has to happen.
Oh,
And I
dude.
feel
I
like
got
we
you
should-
right now.
and I'm
Oh,
excited to see this
man.
live.
This is why I came to TwitchCon. That right there. Oh boy. Show me some of that good stuff.
I've seen this on your stream, and I still can't believe that this is possible, that you can play a game with your feet. So I'm so excited to see this in person. I'm gonna be telling my
He
grandchildren
has
about
full-on
this.
conversations. He's not even paying attention. Like he's just.
Yeah, and it
What
looks
do your
so
hands
effortless.
do when you're
Huh?
I
streaming?
know, it's just like.
They're usually
instant.
just like, I'm trying not to get caught picking my nose or.
Because
just-
I would be like this the entire. Like, what do you do here?
They're just floating around. It's just sometimes I'm like this. I'm super conscious of it. So it's like sometimes I'll just sit there like I'm back in second grade with my hands folded or picking up something or playing with something, banging on my desk. Or so. It's still, as long as I've been doing it, it's still like an adjustment period to what exactly to do with my hands when they're doing nothing.
I can't walk and chew gum, and you can talk to me and do
Yeah,
this. It's
I'm
crazy.
sitting here finally seeing it in person. I'm like, yo, this is tight.
I don't even understand how you're walking in a straight line right now. Like, oh, okay.
no.
Oh my God, we're seeing some action now. Nope, you're running. That's fine too. You can run.
Try
I
to
don't
get
blame
you to
you.
these buttons.
Oh,
Okay.
got
Oh,
him.
here we go.
Broke those ankles.
Okay. I don't even know which buttons
And-
this is.
Yeah,
I'm just like, I'm actually in person seeing this. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
Excuse
this
me?
is pretty
and they're
awesome.
all so close together. I don't get. Is it all mostly big toe action? Is there some pinky toe going on, or
When I have to get super creative, I didn't see that. Yeah, when I have to get super creative, that's when I start using different toes for different buttons.
Look at, wow, that was a nice dodge.
the evasion?
Yo, nice.
Like you stand in front of him, you're just taunting him. You're like, I'm just gonna have a drink. I'm gonna be
Get some of
fine.
that
Don't worry
Sunny D
about
in my
this.
life.
Oh wait, there's a lizard over here. I want to take. this
No,
lizard
dude,
on.
I don't recommend the lizard. He's
So
mean,
I
man.
mean, literally,
excited.
boss scenes, and it's so quick.
I don't even know how you find the buttons, man. This is
It
crazy.
takes some getting used to.
Yeah, sometimes I've got the controller in my hand and I'm like, X's.
Like, do you look down very often, or is it just you're so used to it, you're just kind of second nature now?
No, this is a new pad, so I'm
Oh,
looking
yeah,
down
yeah.
a bit, but.
Right,
Normally,
yes.
So
I
this
would-
is new
it's-
for you. So
Yeah,
you
this,
just
this is the first time I'm ever using this specific pad.
Oh, okay.
are the buttons in the same spot? Or?
No, they're not.
So how do you order a pad for your feet? Do you just like call up the
Craigslist
the
ad.
custom controllers? Yeah,
Yeah, I actually have a guy that makes them for me.
Oh,
that is
nice.
awesome. Did he know that you were playing with your feet?
Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, placement of the buttons. Do they have to be specific for toes? I feel like they'd have to be closer together.
No, he did whatever it is. I'll just find a way to work with it.
Nice.
Did you start with a custom pad, or do you just get one of the
No, I
fighting
just
sticks?
went with a fighting stick and just went with it.
That's cool. You should get one with like your channel logo on it and stuff. That'd be pretty
Oh,
rad.
yeah.
That
Look
would
at
be
that.
nice.
Dude, he's like halfway dead
I'm
already.
not doing
Dude.
this with my hands.
I know,
I
right?
hate fighting this dude.
After a good night's sleep and plenty of stretching, I'm not pulling this off.
Oh, I gotta get serious now. I'm almost dead.
You gotta get serious.
Do I believe?
Oh, that's right. Oh man, you ran out of your.
Oh.
Your beverages.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're Sunny D.
no.
Oh no! I've seen the screen many times in my life.
You get used to it after a while. And after a while, you just get unfazed by it.
Do your feet ever fall asleep? Do you get
I get
tingly toes?
massive cramps all the
massive-
time.
Okay.
Yeah, when it gets bad, I was just like, I'll just try to play it off. I'm just like, I need a glass of water. I'll be right back. And then I'm off camera. I'm just,
You're like some special stretches you're doing.
yeah. I usually like get down on the floor and just like stretch my legs out. 'Cause when it gets the cramp, it goes from like the knee down to the foot itself, and that's when
Oh,
I'm like,
man.
all right, I got to take a break.
Is there such thing as tendonitis in your foot?
No.
Like, I'm concerned for you.
I've not felt it that, like after, it usually goes away after about 2 hours of rest.
Okay.
Okay.
But after a 24-hour of it, that's when I just couldn't
You've
walk.
done this for 24
Holy
hours
Yes.
straight?
Oh geez.
Oh
Yes.
my God.
Twice, actually.
Twice.
Did you ever have a game that was so difficult to play with your feet that
Zelda
you were just
2.
Zelda 2?
Oh, don't even tell me about that one.
I mean, most people probably ditched Zelda
Oh,
2
yeah.
pretty early on.
Zelda 2 is one of the hardest. Definitely one of the water temples I never want to do again. I just don't get how the movement, it's fluid. It's not like you just push a button and these things happen. You're going the way you want to go.
Yeah,
I'm so excited to see you kill this guy.
me too. I need some revenge now.
You're like, I'm on camera. I gotta show what I'm
I
made
gotta
of.
show what I got.
People are watching this.
As soon as I can see him.
Nah, dude.
It's a little harder to rotate the camera when you're
All right, I got him
Yes.
locked on
playing
now.
with your toes.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say, Jarek, you usually don't have like a second unlock stick, right? So you just kind of not
No,
play
it's
with
all
the
one
camera.
stick.
Yeah, that's like an issue I run into as well. It's just like I don't have two sticks, so I have to just believe in the game to not steer me the wrong way, and then.
I have a question.
Yeah?
Do your feet sweat? Does your
hard-hitting
foot
question.
roll off the analog stick? Do we
Oh.
have these?
Yes. It actually kind of just happened.
I didn't
Yes,
see it
that's what
happen so
happened.
fast.
No, just teasing. No, I have to. Can I change your life? Are you ready for that? I swear to God, I'm not a shill. But there's this deodorant. It's called Certain Dry, and you can, if you get like sweaty hands and sweaty feet, you put the Certain Dry on like before you go to bed. And I swear to God, it'll change your life. You'll never sweat again. I used to be like sweaty McSweaterson, like pit stains like down to my waist. I'm not even kidding you. And now I'm just walking around like I'm totally fine. I used it for like a month and it's nothing. You're not even looking at the screen, dude.
I'm interested. I want to hear more.
Yeah, no, get the Certain Dry, man. It's like everywhere. I swear to God, I'm not being paid for this. It's like I bought one of them once, and it was enough for me. I never need to get. So then you won't have sweaty feet problems ever again. I swear
That
to
would
you.
definitely be
It's
helpful.
amazing. But then downside, you can never blame deaths on that again.
Sweaty feet will never be a problem.
You're gonna have to own up. I'll just
fine.
pretend we didn't have this conversation about the Certain Dry.
No, it's fine. That's like the biggest issue. So if I can take care of that, I'll just
Yeah, no,
straight.
I'm serious, dude.
Especially you say you do 24-hour streams this way. That's
That's intense. I can't even do a 24-hour stream normally.
I can't even do
what
a
do your
4-hour
hands
stream.
do for 24 hours when your
Oh,
feet?
the
See?
lizard, the
Take
lizard.
round. Take round.
I'm fine.
Can we play Life is Strange with your feet? All right. I have a really good feeling about this. Third time, right?
I believe.
As soon as I can get out of this corner.
So you're playing Resident Evil on your channel right now?
Yes.
Which one are you doing?
I'm currently learning Resident Evil 7 knife-only speedruns.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Do you have a time as of right now or a goal?
No, I just want to see how practical it actually is. What am I doing? I want to see how practical it actually is before I seriously commit to it.
That's incredible. I tried to play some Resident Evil 7, and that was terrifying.
I remember that. That was
That's right.
That
you were
was
there.
fairly recent. That was very recent.
that was like poetry.
I can't wait to see you play it. I also can't wait to see
Oh, no.
Lewis get on here
Oh,
with his
no.
Are you
DJ.
ready?
Is it my time?
It's your
my time?
turntable time. I'm ready
The
for
new
this.
I'm
slogan.
curious to see this because
I hope it works.
it's moving and you're still pushing. I'm curious.
Yeah, I think I can just plug it and play.
Yeah, you ready to go?
Okay,
give
I
it a
think-
try,
Let's see
dude.
what happens, boys. Oh boy.
Well, before I forget, let everybody know your
we
Twitch
can
channel,
find
your
you.
Twitter, where they can find you.
I am JRock the God, and you can find me at twitch.tv/JRockTheGod, and the Twitter handle is the same at JROCTHEGOD.
So you are actually J-Rock the God. I believe on the screen it has a graphic and it has you listed as J-Rock the God, which is incorrect. You are J-Rock
Yeah,
the God.
The
The God.
The God.
He's not just
only.
one of them. He is the
The,
God.
the one and only.
All right, so let's see this. Is it
my
working?
time? Yeah, I'm
it's
good to
your
go.
time.
I
Oh
think
my
it's-
goodness. All right,
oh
let's.
boy.
I'm so excited.
I'm
for this.
confused already.
So the way it works, if you spin it clockwise, you go forward. You spin it counterclockwise, it goes backwards. So I can actually just let the game play itself, and I don't have to worry about anything.
But how do you go left and right?
Oh,
Yes.
these two buttons on this thing.
Okay,
If you go
okay.
left and right, but it gets really tricky because once this thing's spinning, and you're just like, yo, wait.
So the actual colored ones are how you go left and right?
Yes.
So it must get a little confusing trying to find those buttons sometimes.
If I'm spinning around like crazy.
Yeah, you're like, oh God, where are they? I think that the easy answer to that is just super glue your fingers to the buttons.
Yeah.
And you're good to go. Grow a third arm.
You have 3
there you
buttons.
go.
Are there presets on all of them?
Yes. Every button has at least one other option because I
Okay.
can't really go through the PlayStation menu without it. So like, ooh, snap.
So you just tucked and rolled. How'd you do that?
I just press there's like a gray button here. I don't know what it's actually called, but I just mapped it to like the circle button.
Okay, so you've done some modifications
Yes.
to this then. All right. And the DJ Hero didn't come out for PS4, right? This is a
No,
PS3?
this is a PS3 one.
Okay. Did you have to do anything special to make it work with PS3 or after you did your modifications?
Yes,
it
I
was-
have a device right here. I don't know if they can see on camera, but it maps a lot of the controls from any controller to a certain like layout.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I use that layout to map things to like the certain console I'm going to play on.
This is awesome. Wait, so I'm stupid at Dark Souls. This is like a save point, the bonfire?
Yes.
Yeah, it's kind of like a checkpoint.
Yeah.
Well, don't save it. I mean,
Oh no, we're not going to say. I'm just making sure when
No,
I do
I
die.
I want to see a boss battle.
That's
Yeah,
what I
I
got
got
you. Let's
thing,
go.
I need to see somebody beat
How
this
long
lizard.
did it take you to kind of get comfortable with just because every time you spin it, there's no get like the colors. It's moving on me. So it's kind of like Russian roulette every time
That's a
you
good way
do
to explain
something.
it. Like you just get used to it after playing games with weird controllers for a while.
You accept death
Oops.
easier
My bad,
because
that's not it.
Russian roulette
Yeah.
it just wasn't meant to be. It's a gamble. Every
Yeah.
time you
Oh,
Nice.
that was awesome.
I got him. There we go.
So what's been the most difficult controller you've played with so far?
Has a lot of controls. I would say bananas because it's just really awkward to play with.
And for people that can't picture it, he's literally talking about bananas.
Bananas, yeah.
there was a desk. They're lined up. You didn't mark them either. They're just whatever you push, things happen.
They got wires
You're a
sticking out
gambling
of
man.
them.
And
You
how
really
do you
are a
do it?
gambling
Super
man.
gamble.
So this is a boss.
Yes. Let's see if
Oh,
I can.
yes. Okay,
Okay.
I'm ready for this.
Oh, I did
Let's
not
see
set my-
this happen. Oh, he's got a way bigger
Oh,
health
excuse
bar
me.
than the other guy did. Index? Is his name Index?
I don't know. Is it Ludex or Index? I've never gotten it. I don't want to get
Oh,
attacked.
you're right. It's like Udex.
Ludix, it looks like.
We just call
I
him
thought you said
Gun
Windex. I was confused.
My mortal
It's
enemy,
like, who's
Windex.
Windex?
I need to make it clear. I'm way too scared to play Dark Souls, so that's why I have no idea. I know a little bit of what's going on, but I'm just super impressed to see that health bar going down. You're playing on a turntable.
I'm impressed this thing hasn't broken yet.
How many games have you played on this?
I've beaten Dark Souls with 10 controllers now.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
and I have one more to go. It's the Guitar Hero guitar, and that's going to finish my run.
Oh,
What was
yeah.
your first run? What kind of control?
DDR dance pad. I died
Oh.
like 400 times. It was ridiculous.
Now, is it just the pad, or is it the pad that has the bar?
Oh, it's just the soft pad.
Okay.
Oh, that's even worse.
Yeah, I
Yes,
thought you
it
could at
hurts
least
your feet.
hold on to something.
When they like slip around, do you like tape that to the floor or something?
No, they just slip
oh my
around.
goodness. Dude, I used to play a ton of DDR, and those soft pads, they slip around, dude. That's probably the most
No.
difficult controller. I can't believe you didn't say that. I'll play with bananas any day over soft pad DDR. Holy cow, okay. This guy maybe has it out for you a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not doing super hot, but
I think he's pretty upset that you're beating him on a DJ turntable.
But it looks like you kind of have to go back and look to make sure when it spins,
yeah, I have to
it
look
goes
down
to where.
to see where like my left and right
If the
buttons
game
are.
is broken and something happens quickly, that's usually like insta-death.
You got to put some braille on there or something.
Yes.
So you slide your fingers over. You're like, okay, an inch to the left. Then I'll find my buttons. Do you have a favorite controller that you've played with so far?
The dance pad's my favorite because it's like
No, stop it! That is such garbage.
because
other
like you get your
controls have you played
cardio
with?
in.
Oh my
You get to make your
god!
downstairs neighbor get really upset at you. It's really fun.
Is it at least the red octane one with the foam on the bottom?
Yeah, there's foam on the
Okay,
bottom,
good.
yeah.
Those stay a little
There we
better.
go, boys.
Not that $29 one.
Did you just win?
Yeah, he got
Oh, what? Wow.
It happens so fast. I'm just watching you and it's spinning.
Oops,
So I'm
that's not
getting
how it would
vertigo,
work.
but it's fine. But then you won.
Now let's see J-Rock on the
Oh,
turntable.
dude, you want to switch?
Do you want to go
Will
for
can
it?
this really happen?
It's your
I was
time.
joking.
This can happen.
Oh
This-
my
Yeah, dude.
god!
Well, no, I want to see
yes.
because he learned the feet in
Yes.
45 seconds. So
Alright,
this
so
should
I
be
think
like
that's
maybe a
backwards.
minute.
This is not
Yeah.
feet.
Blue
Alright,
is
this is your dodge button. Okay.
yeah. Blue, I think it's move left or right and confirm. I think red is move right. Yeah.
Wait. All right.
And then the giant PS button is your health button, and the locked on is down on the D-pad.
All right.
This is confusing.
I think some people would say that about your system down here.
45 seconds, so I'm expecting a minute for this one.
No, this is actually. I don't know how you do this.
Are you gonna get your revenge on that lizard?
All right, okay, I have to keep spinning it. All right.
Yeah, you can, if you just want to go straight, just spin it. Like,
So,
no
so,
hands
But there
up.
still has to be
Wait.
finger placements on the buttons themselves.
so you're saying like if I want to go straight, I can just do one of these?
yeah. And then you can just play
Yeah,
without.
let it go. I like it.
Not off the
I thought
edge.
he was going off the cliff. I thought he was going.
And you can just like hold the button just to run, kind of thing. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh my God, look at you.
From here, I would never know what you were playing with. It looks.
Yeah.
This is fantastic. So, but are you gonna try this with your feet though? Because that
Is
would
it
be
your
pretty
time?
amazing.
Do you mind?
I don't mind. No,
Stick
don't
your
worry
feet on
about
there.
it.
I saw him. He had a handy wipe before
Yeah,
this started. I need to
Yo.
see this happen.
Just spin it like this.
Excuse me?
Yeah, there you
There
go.
we go.
That's how
That's
we want
All
it.
right.
There we go.
Look at this
You want to
man.
hear something really weird? This actually feels more natural than with my hands.
Do you have other talents with your feet too? You like write with your feet or something?
I'm actually gonna paint a bunch of people's names like with my
that's
feet.
Over
so
your feet.
cool.
Do
Nice.
you practice that? Or
No,
do,
I don't practice anything.
That's what I like to hear.
It's like ride or die.
It's just go right into it. That's usually the best way to get into it because when you start practicing, that's when you're like, oh man,
You start
is this really
overthinking.
gonna happen? And then
Yeah.
you start getting cold feet. No pun intended. but-
No, that's a really good point. You start
Yeah.
second guessing yourself. But yeah, you just get out there and do it.
Yeah.
You can't take it back once that camera's going. You know, once your stream is live. You can't push the stop streaming button with your feet. That's a little
there
bit
is
harder.
no pause button.
No.
No, but I can rip out a cable or two. Probably.
You can grab that with your toes. Just go for it.
Now there are settings on the turntable where you have to use both feet, right? Because you have the button on the side.
Yeah,
That's how
it-
you evade.
I think X is like the blue button. If I remember correctly, you have to walk up and then press it.
Because
this
I'm
one
getting
here?
dizzy.
Oh,
Like
no.
I'm staring at
Oh,
his
no.
feet. Yes.
Oh,
It said X, and this is the X button.
Oh,
I
sorry,
pressed.
the blue button on the DJ turntable. My bad. Whoops.
I don't know much about Dark Souls, but I know she's nice, so maybe treat the lady with a little respect, okay?
Okay, there we go.
There you go.
Yeah, bonfire! So, what game are you playing right now, Lewis?
I'm finishing my Destiny 2 run with Bananas. I have a project working or for Overwatch that I'm working on. I want to go competitive with a racing steering wheel because I did a lot of. I used to make a lot of controls for Overwatch, and one of my favorites was I played Junkrat with like a Wiimote steering wheel. But I was actually doing really good, and I play against people like in Diamond and High Platinum. So I was like, you know what? Why not just actually take it competitively?
What
And
kind
I-
of steering wheel will you be?
like the Forza
Ferrari
one, like where you actually have
Okay.
pedals and stuff. Because the Wiimote, you don't have too many buttons, but if I actually had pedals, I can move and then like aim and shoot with the shift stick. That's,
How long? So you're still doing Destiny, and you're doing that with Bananas. How often
Yes.
do you have to change them?
every stream, because after 2 or 3 hours, they're just really mushy and brown, and it's just leaking on your table.
Least favorite control
Gross.
you've had to use.
How do you go and buy these bananas? You just go in and like buy the whole, you like go into Walmart with a
There are,
box?
there's a lot of them. It's weird. You had about, what, 10?
15 for that one. Well, at least bananas are super cheap, so I'm not going to go broke anytime
That's
soon.
true. Yeah, and it's like tax deduction, right?
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
keep
It's
your
for my job.
receipts,
Don't worry
dude.
about it.
That's right. But they must look at you weird at the grocery
No,
store.
I don't-
It's like that. Have you seen that picture with the guy he's on the conveyor belt and he's just got like 100 bananas? I actually have that saved on my phone because it makes me laugh every time I see it. Next time I'm looking at it, I'm going to be picturing you.
Yeah, just Photoshop my face
with all
on
your
it.
bananas. Can you take a picture next time you go? Just
Yeah,
text
just
it to
take
me.
a okay, I
Okay,
will.
that'd be amazing. Thank you.
Were you going to tackle the last? Were you getting redemption? for
No,
the-
I was just.
He was just moving.
You just want to talk to a lady. Let him go.
You know, I think I might have to pick one of these up.
Dude, definitely. It's like $20, man.
Just get him to do the customization for you, and you are in business.
Yeah, dude,
Gotcha.
I can send you some scripts.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
J-Rock, do you have anything else planned? Any other different play styles other than you're going to be drawing?
I want to open up a Street Fighter tournament.
With your feet.
Yes.
Can I come in with my dance pad?
Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah.
So it's just going to be Street Fighter, but you're playing in different ways.
Yes.
No hands allowed.
Well, you guys can use hands if you want.
And
For
you're
the
still going to
novices.
beat us, right?
Definitely.
I'm not even going to
Probably.
argue. I
We'll
think
see.
you're right. You're absolutely right. Now, Yoshi, can you tell people where they can find you on Twitch, at Twitter?
Oh, I am under the Super Scrubs, twitch.tv/the Super Scrubs. I go by a Twerking Yoshi, but if you look me up, you'll probably find the Super Scrubs instead. Or if you ever just type in Dark
I
Souls
put in the
Bananas,
Super
it'll come
Scrubs.
up.
I was able to find you.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit else that happens on your channel? Because you're not the only person that's on the Super
my
Scrubs.
girlfriend's also on. She co-hosts. The running joke is that when I'm playing with these weird controllers, she's in the background playing for me. So she's actually the pro. But we do casual stuff. We play like Overwatch with controllers, like regular controllers every once in a while. Just on the weekends, I like to do my long runs with controllers.
Does she ever jump on, play with the bananas?
No, I don't think. I need to teach her how to do it.
How do you feel when you just pick up a regular control? Is it weird?
Yeah, I'm
it's
like, is
oh,
this
hello,
normal?
old friend, I miss you. Like, is it weird?
If I ever get a controller, I was finishing my Dark Souls run with an Atari joystick. And like having a joystick is so weird because you can actually move correctly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just like, whoa, what is this? Is this technology?
It's like a whole new feeling. It's like you reopened a whole new world. It's like I forgot how this feels.
How often do you guys just play just regularly? Like,
It's gotten. I think you said like it's gotten to the point where you kind of just want to play a new game with your weird setup.
I actually do this off stream now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Ooh.
Like,
so even when you're not streaming, you prefer to play with feet at this point?
Yes, I've gotten used to eating things while I'm playing games. So I'm just,
Wow.
yeah.
You really are a
It
god.
just-
My goodness.
it's like it's convenient. It saves me time. It saves me a whole lot of just time.
No, I think that is like the ultimate multitasking. You get everything done all at once. Like, dude, you could be like writing
Doing your
text
taxes,
letters anymore.
yeah, doing your taxes while playing a game.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
That's amazing. You could dual stream with yourself. Like on top, you're doing like creative and stuff.
Hardest
Underneath.
game you've ever played with your feet?
Zelda 2
Okay,
Those are-
you.
with a close Super Mario World.
Super Mario World.
Yeah.
Oh,
Any kind of platformer, I
Yeah.
feel like is
yeah,
going to
platformers
be
are the hardest.
terrible.
I think Super Mario World was like my hardest one because it's like 2D. I'm not used to 2D
I would love
games.
to see one of you guys do Cuphead.
Oh,
Because that
DK
game
Bongo's
is
Cuphead?
mean. It's just mean to begin with.
Yeah.
Platformers in general, or like a Mario Maker, like a Kaizo stage. Oh, I would love to. I would love to see that.
Yeah, I'm getting everything ready. I just learned how to put some controls on the Switch, so I'm really hoping I can do a guitar run of Breath of the Wild. Like that's if I can get a Switch, get a guitar, it's my time. So
You hear that, Super Scrubs community? he needs a switch.
Wink, wink.
Well, it has been a pleasure talking to you guys. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit of your world. I definitely will not be doing this on my stream, but I'm looking forward to watching you guys some more.
And it's fine. I have a fight stick, and I stare at it, and I'm like, I'm not doing this. I took it out the box once, and then it was like, no, that's okay. I just put it right. It's okay.
So one more time, your Twitch channel, J-Rock?
I am twitch.tv/jrockthegod, JROCTHEGOD.
And
twitch.tv/the Super Scrubs, just Super and Scrubs.
well, thank you guys so much. We have much more coming your way, so stay tuned, and we will be back.
See ya.